WordPress is one of the most popular content management systems, especially among bloggers, freelancers, and small business owners. While WordPress does have a learning curve, it's much easier and faster than you'd expect. You can customize it in multiple ways, including through premium WordPress themes and popular plugins to create any website your heart desires. In this video, we'll show you how to make a WordPress website, from purchasing a domain to hosting to launching your brand new site using Divi as your theme. Let's get to it. When creating a new WordPress website, you'll need a few things to get the process going, including a domain, web hosting, and determining the site's structure. Let's take a deeper look into the steps needed to be successful. Before we continue, do yourself a favor and head to our description. There you'll find a link to each plugin and service featured in this video. And if you sign up using these links, we may receive a commission, which helps support our team and all of our ad-free videos. Choose your domain name wisely before thinking about where your website will be hosted or its content. Research the best domain names for your brand and consider buying from a reputable registrar like Namecheap. They offer domain registration, transfers, and management services. You also need to pick a top-level domain, which includes .org, .net, but of course we recommend .com for familiarity and trust. In the description, you'll find a link to Namecheap. If you use this link to purchase your domain, you'll support our ad-free videos like this one. Avoid buying your domain from a hosting provider to keep things simple and maintain control over your domain. As you can see here, I could buy a .com for as cheap as $6. Another important step is purchasing a WordPress hosting plan for your website. You'll want to arm yourself with information before making a final decision. First, learn about the different hosting types available to determine which is best for your unique situation. Next, decide which host aligns best with your needs. You'll want to choose one that fits your budget and has the most features. Good hosting providers will guarantee at least 99% uptime, take care of security patches and updates, and provide freebies such as SSL, emails, backups, staging sites, and good security. A rock-solid option that includes all of these features is SiteGround. Their hosting plans are optimized for WordPress and include benefits such as fantastic support and affordable prices. For newcomers, SiteGround's startup plan is an excellent jumping off point. With 10 gigabytes of storage, freebies such as an SSL, CDN, business email, migration, staging, and more, you'll have everything you need to get started for under $15 a month. And if you use our link in the description, you'll get access to some big discounts like the one shown right here. Only $3 per month. As an added bonus, based on our own testing, it's also the fastest WordPress hosting you can get. As a proud hosting partner of Elegant Themes, SiteGround offers Divi-ready hosting plans. It comes with Divi pre-installed and activated with your Divi license, so you can skip the complicated setup process and start building your website immediately. SiteGround is also optimized specifically for Divi with optimized PHP settings, server setup, and resources. This can be accomplished in several ways. If you opted for a VPS or dedicated hosting provider, you'll likely need to install WordPress on your own. If you choose a managed hosting company, the steps to install WordPress are quite different. For example, using SiteGround, you can install WordPress in just a few clicks. This is the method we'll be doing. Check out our in-depth post, How to Install WordPress, if you're looking for tips on other installation methods. SiteGround provides a simple way to install WordPress. Once you set up your account, you'll be directed to your account dashboard. We're going to go ahead and click Set Up Site to get started. Next, choose whether to install WordPress on a new, existing, or temporary domain. We'll build our new site on a temporary domain so we can design and perfect it before pushing it live. Let's go ahead and click Continue. Next, click Start New Website, then choose WordPress as the application. For the installation details, provide your email address, create a password, and then click Continue. But be sure to save your login information, as this is how you'll log in to your WordPress admin dashboard. Now let's go ahead and click Continue. And here we go. It is now creating our website. As you can see, we have three options: view your site, access WordPress admin, and go to site tools. we're going to go ahead and click Login Admin. Now we have WordPress installed, so great job. Don't worry if you're overwhelmed. You can pause this video at any time and rewind if needed. We also have timestamps available to make it easy to jump around to different parts. We're here to walk you through every step, ensuring you have success. Let's keep going. Before we dive into Divi, it's important to understand what WordPress themes and WordPress plugins are, as they form the backbone of how your WordPress looks and functions. A WordPress theme determines the overall look, feel, and style of your website. It includes elements like layouts, color schemes, typography, and other design aspects. Themes can be customized to match your brand or personal style, and there are thousands of free and premium themes available. When selecting a theme, it's crucial to choose a versatile option that can adapt to your needs. A good theme should be responsive, highly customizable, and offers complete flexibility in design, allowing you to create a unique and professional website that meets your specific needs. Plugins are additional pieces of software you can add to your WordPress site to enhance its functionality. There are plugins for almost anything you can think of: SEO, security, social media integration, e-commerce, and much more. Using the right plugins can significantly extend what your website can do without needing to write custom code. Choosing the right theme and plugins is essential because they will determine the user experience and functionality of your site. This brings us to Divi, one of the most versatile and powerful themes available for WordPress. Divi allows you to change how your website looks to visitors. You can customize colors, the layout, fonts, and other design elements to match your branding or style. Divi is considered a premium theme due to its excellent features such as no-code visual builder, full site editing capabilities, and pre-made layouts, which, we have a lot of. Like, a lot. Divi's theme builder allows you to design your website from top to bottom, including headers, footers, and various page templates. Divi also offers additional services to make the website creation process an incredible experience. Using Divi AI, you can create content, write code, generate images, and entire layouts all in one go. Another benefit of choosing Divi is its Divi-specific plugins, themes, and layouts available through the Divi Marketplace. Divi also offers Divi Pro, which provides a license for the Divi theme, along with Divi AI, Divi Cloud, Divi Teams, and Divi VIP for an affordable $277 per year. With Divi, the sky is the limit. Once you purchase Divi, we have to download it. So we're here on elegantthemes.com. I'm going to go ahead and click Account. If you're not logged in, of course, you'll have to do that first, but then we're going to go ahead and select Download the Divi theme. With that done, we could go back to our WordPress admin dashboard, go to Appearance, Themes. At the top here, I'm going to select Add New Theme. By the way, I am zoomed in right now to make things easier to see, so normally it would look more like this. But we are going to go ahead and select Upload Theme. Now click Choose File. You can't see this part, but I'm just selecting the zip file that I just downloaded. And now I'm going to press Install Now. Now just let the magic happen. Now I am just going to go ahead and activate the theme. There we go. Welcome to Divi. It's now our active theme. And even here in the sidebar, we'll see Divi is a new option. Speaking of which, we're going to go and select Theme Options. Now let's click on Updates. Right here is how we activate Divi. So we need to enter our username and our API key. This might sound confusing, but I promise it's very straightforward and you are only going to have to do it once. We're going to head back to the Elegant Themes website, go to Account, and select Username and API key. This is very straightforward. So as you can see here, it tells me exactly what my username is. And if I click that field, it'll automatically copy it for me. I'll go back over here, paste it in. Of course, I already have multiple API keys, but what you can do is you can simply go to the bottom of the page and select Generate New API Key. And you can even add a label for reference. I'll just call this SiteGround for now. And then I'll press on the API key. It'll copy it, go back to my website, paste it in, and select Save Changes. That means our theme is fully active now, and we'll be able to get all of the future updates that come with Divi. Now that your theme is set up and active, we're going to get started with our website. And the first thing we want to do is go over to Settings, General. Up here at the top, we have Site Title and Tagline. And we want to make sure that we change this to match our business, because Divi AI is going to pull from our site title and our tagline when generating AI content. For this example, we are going with the Divi Coffee Shop. For the tagline, we'll do Fuel Your Day the Divi Way. It's pretty good. With that done, we can go ahead and save our changes. You'll notice under settings, there are quite a few pages like the one we're on right now, general, and each of these have quite a few options for your website. So take some time, go through, make sure everything is configured the way that you would like. You know, if you want to change the date or time format, you do that here. If you're going to enable comments, go to the discussions page. You can turn them on, off, the way they're moderated, and so on. So just take some time, go on through and make sure everything's configured the way you would like. Okay, so we're back at the dashboard, and I know you're probably itching right now to build your website. You want to get on in there and get it configured. But first, let's go over to Divi Theme Options. This should look familiar because we went to the Updates tab and put in our API key there. But there are also a whole bunch of options here that you should take some time and go through. So this includes adding in your Facebook profile URL, everything related to navigation, builder, layout, the list goes on. Take some time, go through, make sure you have everything configured the way you would like. And don't forget, we have documentation. So this right here, this entire page goes over the Divi theme options. So if any of the options confuse you, just come here. Everything's going to be explained in detail. And if you still have any questions, go to the chat icon at the bottom right of the screen, and you'll be able to chat with someone in real time. With that covered, let's go over to the Pages tab. As you could probably guess, this is how we create a new page. Simply press Add New Page and give it a title. I'll call this Home. Don't get overwhelmed by all of the options on the right-hand side here. I know it may seem intimidating, but I promise it's all very straightforward. But we're going to get started here on our homepage, and all I'm going to do is press Use Divi Builder. Divi is going to present us with 3 different options, the first of which is build from scratch. A lot of people prefer this because Divi is so flexible. And then we have choose a pre-made layout. If you remember earlier, I showed you just how many we have. And yeah, we have a whole lot. We also have build with AI. This is a brand new feature. It's Divi Layouts AI. And with this, as it says right here, you could simply describe your page content, sit back, relax, and let Divi AI build your page with the click of a button. But to keep things simple, because it is your first website, we are going to select choose a pre-made layout. There you go. 363 layout packs, over 2,600 total layouts. And you could scroll and just find so many options that work for what you need. And you could actually go over here and search or even just filter based on category. And of course, we have the Divi Marketplace where you can find even more layouts. I just zoomed out. That way we can see more at once. And I'm going to type in coffee because, like I said, this is the Divi Coffee Shop. We actually have the coffee house layout, but we also have a coffee shop layout. So I can click on one to get a closer look at it. So, okay, this is the coffee house. I can even view the live demo. And this one is the coffee house homepage. So I can view the live demo of that. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this one. So this is the coffee house layout pack. We're looking at the homepage, and within this pack, we also have contact, blog, menu, about, and landing. That's what's really nice about a pre-made layout pack, is that I can just pick it and know that I have multiple pages already created. Since we're selected on the homepage and we are currently creating our homepage, I'm going to select use this layout, and we're going to import the design presets. Now just go ahead and let Divi do its thing. Boom, there we go. Just like that, we are now set up and ready to go. Once a layout is installed, you can take steps to customize the design. Divi's design prowess knows no boundaries, meaning you can design literally everything. You can choose global fonts, you can add custom colors, generate content with Divi AI right inside the Visual Builder. And the great thing about Divi is that it's simple, especially when using a pre-made layout like this one right here. With the Visual Builder activated, you could easily swap out images, change out text, or even generate pictures, text, and CSS with Divi AI. For example, if I wanted, I could scroll down and say, you know what, I want to change this image right here. And I'll press the little settings icon, then hover over the image and press the AI icon and select generate with AI. Of course, we also have quick actions here that I can use. And we have dedicated videos and posts and documentation on how to use Divi image AI, Divi text AI, Divi layouts AI, Divi code AI. Every version of Divi AI, we have full tutorials available on YouTube and on our website that will teach you everything you need to know, as well as provide quick tips to get the most out of Divi AI. In this example, I'm just going to select generate with AI. We have 12 different styles that we can choose from. Of course, I want something realistic, so I'm going to select photo. For the image description, I can get super detailed, or I can keep things very basic, which is probably what I'm going to do. I'm literally just going to write espresso on counter. Now we can select a reference image if we want. We could even define the aspect ratio and size, but the default settings work for me. So I'm going to hit generate and let Divi AI do its thing. And there we go. So we have 4 different options. We could generate 4 more if we want, or we can select one and use it. We could even take one and say, hey, you know what? Generate more like this one at the bottom right. Or if I want, I can enter a brand new description and refine it completely. For this example, I'll go with the bottom right and hit use this image. Bada bing, bada boom. In just about a minute, I was able to say, hey, I want a different image here. Tell Divi AI exactly what I was looking for. And that's it. It's already set up and ready to go. By the way, this modal right here might look like this for you. You are able to drag at the corner and make it bigger. And what I did, and I prefer, is to just take it and snap it to the side of my screen. It's a lot easier. If you want to change text, simply go ahead, click in, and start typing. Maybe don't type that, but you get the idea. We can even go in here and quickly format it, make it bold, italic, so on and so forth. Also, with Divi AI, we don't have to worry about lorem ipsum anymore. I can just go ahead, hover over, press the settings icon, and then press generate content with AI. Revitalize your mornings with our handcrafted brews at Divi Coffee Shop. Every cup is a journey to the perfect blend of flavors, energizing your day the Divi way. Do you realize what it just did there? It took our site title, our site tagline, and the context of the page to write the perfect copy. And if you want, you can modify it. So you can tell it to try again. You could actually use some of the different quick actions like rephrase, shorten, simplify, or even translate if that's what you're looking to do. Or we can just give it a different prompt altogether. But for me, I'm going to hit use this text. Boom. Perfect. Okay, so we went over Divi image AI and Divi text AI, but how about Divi code AI? I'm going to take this text right here, go into the settings, go to advanced, custom CSS, press the AI icon, and I'm just going to say, make the text wiggle, and then generate code. And there we go. Use this code, save those changes, and now it really grabs your attention, telling you, go ahead and follow us. Our layout packs are quite robust, so you will only have to change a little in most cases. However, if you wish to add elements, let me tell you, it's as easy as pie. For example, let's say we want to take this section right here and split it into 3 columns. What we're going to do is we're going to hover over the green. We're going to press change column structure, and we're going to select the 3 option. I'm going to actually drag this text into the center. And then we're going to utilize the gray plus icons here to add a new module. This will bring up over 200 design modules, including accordions, images, blurbs, pricing tables, and much more. I'm going to add an image. I could either come down and simply select it, or if I want, I can search to make things easier, and then I'll just press it. As you can see, it added an image to the left. I'm going to select the Divi AI icon and then generate with AI. I'm going to write coffee shop pastries and then generate. And there we go. We have quite a few options. I'll go with the bottom right and then select use this image. Now we'll go ahead and add an image over on the right-hand side. But instead of typing in a prompt like we did before, let's just press generate automatically and see what it does. It's pretty good considering I didn't give it a prompt. It knew that, hey, we're a coffee shop, so why not generate a girl at the coffee shop drinking coffee? Of course, people and AI isn't always the best. So as you can tell in 3 of these images, the girl is extremely thirsty. So I like this one right here, but I don't want a logo on the laptop. So I'm going to select this little icon right here. I have a brush right here, and I'm going to select the logo. I'm going to type remove logo, and there we go. That's awesome. And there we go. We took a single column, turned it into 3 with 2 brand new AI generated images. Our homepage is looking pretty good. Of course, go in, update things to match your branding. But for now, we're going to go and save our changes. Press the 3 dots at the bottom and then hit save. Once you save it, you can go back to your dashboard. All right, so our homepage is created. That's great news. But let's go in and add a few more pages. Simply go to pages and we'll just skip over to add new page. I recommend you go in and just add the pages you know that you'll need so that they're all set up and ready to go. So first we have about, not going to do anything else to it other than press publish. The reason I'm publishing it is because we have a temporary domain, so I'm not too worried about people seeing it. However, if you're doing this on a live site, you can just save it as a draft. Now that we did that, we can press add new page. Let's add menu, contact. In our layout pack, we also have the landing and blog page. However, I'm not going to add those. I'm going to keep things very simple. So once you're done, you can press the WordPress logo at the top left. These are the 4 pages that make up our website. Real quick, let's go over to settings, reading. Right now it says your homepage displays your latest post. And we don't want that. We want people to go to the Divi coffee shop website and see the homepage that we were just working on. So I'm going to select a static page, and then under homepage, I'm going to select home. Now save your changes. And if we go up here to where it says Divi coffee shop and I press visit site, boom, we're brought to our homepage. So that right there is a necessary step. And if you don't do it, you're probably going to be confused as to why people aren't seeing your homepage. Anyways, let's go back to our dashboard. And now the next most important thing we need to do is under appearance, menus. For this to make sense, let's look at our homepage. Right up here, we have our menu, home, about, contact, home, menu. It's kind of weird, right? By default, WordPress is going to add each of the pages we create up here to the top, which you probably most likely do not want to happen. And by default, it's going to add a home link that just goes to your domain. But we already made a homepage that does the same thing. So in here, we need to create our menu. I already made one. I called it primary, and I disabled automatically add new top level pages to this menu. That way, if I create a blog or a landing page, it doesn't add that link to our menu automatically. And as far as location, I just have primary selected right now. On the left-hand side here, we can see all of the pages we made. We're gonna go ahead and add those. And if we wanna add any of our posts, a custom link, a category, whatever it is, you could do that on the left-hand side as well. What's nice about this is I can actually drag and drop. So if I want the order to be like this, I can do that. If I wanna make a drop down, I could simply make something a sub item by dragging it over a little, but of course we don't wanna do that. And once we're all set and ready to go, we'll save our menu and refresh. And there we go. Now you can see that this is active because the color has changed. That is the page we are on right now, and it's only showing the 4 that I added. If I were to create a new page, it would not show up on the menu unless I came back in here and added it manually. Trust me, I know this can be very overwhelming. So if you need to, take a break, go outside, get some fresh air, and come back when you're ready. And don't forget, we also have timestamps available if you find yourself needing to go back to a certain section, and you can pause the video as many times as you need. Also, with the YouTube player, you can actually slow down the video or speed it up. So go ahead, press the little settings icon and change the playback speed if you need to. We're gonna go ahead and continue designing each of our pages. Now, rather than just sit here and show you what that process is like over and over and over, I'm going to show you one more time on a different page. So right here we have about. I'm going to select edit with Divi. This is going to open up the Divi builder right away. And because we're using the pre-made layout, I'm going to select browse layouts, type in coffee, and here it is, the coffee about page. And I'll select use this layout. And there we go. It has now been added. I can use Divi AI to change the copy, the images, so on and so forth. And then when I'm done, I'm going to save my changes and go on to the next page and get that design set up as well. Okay, there we go. I did all of that. So now if I go to about, we'll see that. Menu, we'll see that as well. And then contact, bada bing, bada boom. Also, a quick thing you might want to know about certain modules. For example, Google Maps, you'll see it's not loading correctly. It's because it requires an API key. So all I have to do is go ahead and add that in and it'll work flawlessly. Of course, we have documentation on everything. So again, I highly recommend that as a resource that you check out. It will be linked down below in the description. Earlier in the video, I talked about module settings, but I want to quickly touch on it one more time. As you are going through and designing your pages, you need to know what all of these different options are. All Divi modules have 3 tabs for customization. That includes content, design, and advanced. You should be familiar with the content tab because that is how we generated new images using Divi AI. The design tab is where you can make customizations to your modules. Although each Divi module has its own design settings, they all remain relatively the same. So we have alignment. If I want, I can say, let's center this, put it to the right, change up the sizing, spacing, border. We have box shadow, filters, transform, and my favorite, animation. So if I want, I could say, yeah, you know what? We're going to zoom this image in. We're going to make it bounce. We're going to roll it. There are so many options, and it's really addicting. Finally, the advanced tab allows you to add custom CSS with Divi AI, which is what we did earlier. You could also do a whole bunch of things like set display conditions, adjust visibility on different devices. Like for instance, I can say, you know what? This photo right here, it's not going to show up on the phone. We also have scroll effects, position, transitions, you name it. Highly recommend that. I know I'm probably saying this a lot. I highly recommend you take some time, go through each of these and just mess around with it and have some fun. And if you get lost or confused, we have Divi documentation that'll break down each one of these options for you in detail. All right, I'm going to put my hands up and say, you know what? No more designing. Let's go ahead and put a pin in it for now. Of course, a website is never complete, and you will be coming back time and time again to make adjustments where necessary. But I want to focus right now on plugins because not only is it going to help with the design process overall, it's also going to help you add functionality. So we're going to talk about that. But first, let's talk a little bit more about Divi documentation, mainly because I want you to know about the Divi theme builder. If you'd like to learn everything there is to know about Divi, and trust me, there is a lot, check out our extensive documentation. It contains more than 70 helpful Divi tutorials to aid in building your website. One that I highly recommend you check out is how to use the theme builder. Every piece of documentation also comes with a full video. Like right here, we have a 30-minute video on how to use the Divi theme builder. And I highly recommend you check it out because with it, you can do a global header and footer, custom 404 page. The custom templates are extremely useful. So highly recommend you check that out. And if you don't want a video, we have everything broken down with multiple images for each piece of documentation. Now that your content is in place, you must decide which plugins to use. Generally speaking, there are plenty of free options out there. However, there are times when you need more specific plugins depending on the type of site you create. The Divi Marketplace is the perfect solution for enhancing Divi beyond its already amazing capabilities. Here are a few examples of the products available that all work seamlessly with Divi. If you're looking for a way to showcase images on your site, the Divi Carousel module is a great place to start. You could feature team photos, logos, client testimonials, and more, all for $29. Looking to add events to your Divi website? In that case, the Divi Events Calendar plugin is the perfect addition. It works seamlessly with the Events Calendar plugin by adding Divi modules to the visual builder. You can display images in a feed, calendar view, carousel, and more for $54. Divi and WooCommerce integrate quite well with over 20 Woo-specific modules built in. If you're looking to build a stunning e-commerce website, DiviPlus is a great solution. It incorporates over 60 modules, 4 extensions, 80 pre-built websites, 50 templates, and 250 plus section blocks to build your e-commerce website in style for a mere $79. For those with info-heavy websites, TableMaker for Divi offers a beautiful way to break up all of that information. It allows you to create custom responsive data tables that can be styled in unlimited ways, all for an affordable $39. In some cases, you might want to have a more complex menu than what Divi offers. Divi Menus is a menu builder that allows for pop-ups, content toggles, mega menus, and more, allowing you to create beautiful, functional menus for any type of Divi website. It's a great option for giving your site a unique look for just $49. In addition to enhancing Divi's functionality, there are several essential WordPress plugins that you should include on your site to help with various aspects, including SEO, security, and caching. Other optional plugins such as social media, affiliate marketing, or live chat are worth consideration. Since WordPress is so popular, there are thousands of plugin choices. This can be overwhelming for newcomers, so here's a breakdown of some essential plugins you will need for your WordPress website. Before we continue, do yourself a favor and head to our description. There you'll find a link to each plugin and service featured in this video. And if you sign up using these links, we may receive a commission, which helps support our team and all of our ad-free videos. SEO. Choose a good SEO plugin like Rank Math or Yoast SEO so you can easily configure your SEO both on and off page to give yourself a fighting chance at ranking high in search pages. Security. Protecting your site from nefarious actors and malware should be one of your top priorities. Incorporate a security plugin such as Solid Security or WP Activity Log to help you stay on top of things. Optimization. Keeping your site speedy involves adding a speed optimization plugin like WP Rocket to your site. You should also consider a database optimization plugin like WP Optimize to keep the bloat out of your site's database. Cleaning your database keeps your site running smoothly for the long haul. Caching. If you're using a shared VPS or dedicated hosting provider, you may need to install your own caching solution. Cache plugins such as W3 Total Cache are considered the best of the best, ensuring your site's files are served fast and keeping your bounce rate down and customer engagement up. Backup. Before pushing your site live, make a backup of your website either with your host or a plugin such as UpDraft. If disaster strikes, you want to be sure that you have the most recent iteration of your site to fall back on. Now, of course, these are all recommendations. However, I am going to take the time to show you how to set up some of these plugins on your website right now. This is also a great time for me to remind you yet again that we do have timestamps available. So if this is overwhelming, feel free to pause at any time and come back when you're ready. And if you ever need to, you can skip back to a certain part of the video and give it another go. First things first, let's actually learn how to install a plugin. So if we go over here and press on plugins, you can see all of the current ones you have installed and active. As you can see, these right here were added by SiteGround. However, WordPress also adds some by default. Either way though, if we want to go ahead and add a new one, we just press this button right here. This page is going to display the WordPress repository and all of the plugins within that. But if you want, you could also upload one if you have a zip file. As you can see, just based on the tags, there are a plethora of plugins to choose from. With that covered, let's talk about Rank Math, WordPress SEO made easy. Of course, you can download it for free, which is what we're going to do. However, if you want to upgrade to the premium version, use our link down below in the description to help support our content. Of course, you can see here all of the different things that come with it. But for now, we're going to go back over to our WordPress dashboard, go over to search and type it in. And there it is. Now we'll just click install now. Once it's installed, we can press activate. There we go. When we go back to our dashboard, you'll see Rank Math offers the opportunity to connect a free account. This is going to get you keyword suggestions directly from Google and so on and so forth. But if you want, you can just skip that for now. This is the setup process. So it's totally up to you how you want to approach this. A lot of people will probably just want to use easy. As you can see, it just lets you change the basics and lets Rank Math do the heavy lifting. And if you want to go full custom mode, you will have to upgrade to pro. We're going to leave it at easy for now. We're going to start the wizard. And as you can see here, it's going to ask us some questions. So what is Divi Coffee Shop? It is a small business site. And it wants to know what category. Choose everything you want, including the Google logo, social share image. I'm not going to go through and do all of this, but I will save and continue. And right here, you can connect it to Google. Of course, you don't have to, but look at all the different benefits that come from doing it. We're just going to hit skip for now. And there you go. Your site is ready and we can return to our dashboard. So here we are inside of Rank Math SEO. As you can see, it's here on our left-hand side. We have the ability to use shortcode. We can update all of our information, add in the description, email address. All of this is extremely important for showing up in Google, and you want to make sure all of the accurate information is being used. So definitely take some time, go in here, make sure everything is set up the way you like, figure out how your SEO is going to look for your actual web pages, categories, posts, so many options. And we actually have a post all about Rank Math SEO that we'll leave linked in the description below. One thing you'll want to check out is when you go to edit your page, you're going to see a score at the top right. So if we press this, we're going to see a preview of how the website is going to show up in search results, as well as when we share it on different social platforms. It's important that we make sure this snippet looks awesome and we have a focus keyword that the page is really honing in on. And we want to follow all of the different suggestions provided by Rank Math. It's telling us we need to add a focus keyword, so on and so forth. So if you follow all of the suggestions here and you make sure that this looks great and it looks awesome on social, then this page will have a higher score, therefore telling you that you're doing a good job with your SEO. We have a plugin now for SEO set up. Of course, we'll spend more time figuring that out later, but now we need security. So that's where Solid Security comes in. We're just going to search Solid Security and install the free version. And there we go. We have security added to the bottom left here. We are going to the setup tab, and it's a simple wizard that we need to go through and get set up. You can add in some authorized IPs, enable two-factor authentication for logging into WordPress, which is really nice, as well as firewall, site check, utilities, and so on. We could actually update the permissions for each user group, which is really nice. Like you could force strong passwords and refuse compromised ones. And we could actually get notifications for everything security related if we wanted. Now we just let it do its thing. And there we go. Of course, it's worth upgrading to the Pro version if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty and ensure complete safety on your website. At any time, you can come over to security on the left-hand side here, go and mess around with all of the different settings. You could even change error messages if you would like. You could do a site scan, which is super cool. Of course, some of the features are behind the Pro version. We could check out all of our firewall information, stay up to date on any vulnerabilities that are found, and the list goes on. So do yourself a favor and make sure you have a security plugin set up and ready to go. When it comes to caching, we recommend WP Rocket. Certain hosts like SiteGround actually come with built-in caching. So over here under Speed Optimizer and Caching, you can see all of that information already built in, and we could purge it at any time by pressing this in the admin bar. When it comes to optimizing your WordPress database, we recommend WP Optimize. We just search it up, install it. Once you do that, here on the bottom left, you'll see WP Optimize, and we'll click on that. And here you go. You could optimize all your database tables. You could clean out post revisions, get rid of all the auto draft posts, trash posts, you name it. This is really nice to have set up and just have it run on a schedule. You can actually view all the different tables that you have, the data size, the type, the overhead, so on and so forth. And you can tell it, hey, you know what? Let's keep the last 2 weeks of data and always keep 2 post revisions. And then here you can set up your scheduled cleanup and optimization. Of course, there are a ton of tabs here. So everything that has to do with images, cache, minify, settings, you name it, it's all up here. And again, there's a lot of settings that are going to be behind the Pro version. Like you can see here, you can do lazy loading, optimization preview, and so on. So again, use our link down below to help support our channel. And of course, finally, arguably the most important is WordPress backup. Now, this also has migration, but backup is so important. And we recommend UpDraftPlus. Go ahead and install and activate. It's worth mentioning again that SiteGround and other hosts are going to provide different backup options. So as you can see right here, we have a couple of different backups already created. So this is really nice. But the nice thing about UpDraftPlus is that it really gets in to the nitty-gritty. And it's as simple as pressing this backup button right here. Or you can actually set up a scheduled backup if you would like. You can back up your files and your database independently, and you can retain as many as you would like. And you can actually decide where you want it to be stored. And you could really get into the fine details here and decide, hey, you know what? I don't want my plugins to be backed up. I could exclude these folders, so on and so forth. And of course, Premium comes with a slew of features that you're probably going to want. So just to show you, let's back up right now. You can decide what you want in it and we'll get it started. There we go. I could actually download just specific parts of the backup if I wanted, and I could hit restore at any point in time if I need. The last and most exciting step in creating your WordPress website is taking it live. You've made your navigation, configured your SEO, and added content. This last step involves tying up a few more loose ends. With that in mind, we've created a handy checklist for you to follow to ensure you don't miss anything. First up, conduct a content review. Make sure all of your content is accurate and free of misspellings, and be sure to check all of those links. Optimize. Use an image optimization plugin like EWWW to ensure all images are under 200 kilobytes. Enable caching and modification to ensure your site loads fast, and you can actually run a GT metrics report to see how well your site is performing. SEO and analytics. Make sure you set up a Google Analytics integrated into your site and check all posts and pages to ensure a keyword, title, URL, and meta description are configured properly. Using an SEO plugin like Rank Math, which we showed before, or all-in-one SEO can help with this process, and also generate an HTML sitemap. Security. Update all plugins, themes, and WordPress core. Install a security plugin such as Solid Security. Check all forms. Test all forms to ensure email deliverability. If you encounter any issues, install and configure an SMTP plugin like WP Forms. Connect your domain. Point your domain to your new website and then install an SSL. Search engine visibility. Head back to settings, reading, and uncheck discourage search engines from indexing this site. Creating a WordPress website doesn't have to be scary, especially when using Divi. You can easily bring your vision to life thanks to Divi's drag and drop visual builder, theme builders, full site editing capabilities, various design modules, or by implementing Divi's flagship new artificial intelligence design assistant, Divi AI. Divi is also an excellent option for freelancers looking to get more out of WordPress. With Divi Pro, freelancers and agencies can create a collaborative workspace. With Divi Teams, you can share Divi and its suite of products in the cloud, providing each with specific permissions for their role. Additional benefits of Divi Pro are Divi Cloud and Divi VIP, which also allow you to save and share layouts in the cloud for reuse and get answers to your questions within a lightning fast 30 minutes. For a mere $277 a year, Divi Pro gives you the design prowess of Divi and all the products in its ecosystem for an unbelievable price. If at any point you find yourself needing help with Divi, come over to elegantthemes.com, press the little chat icon at the bottom right, and send a message to get in touch with us right away. With that said, congratulations on your brand new website. We appreciate your support, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more like it. With that said, we'll see you next time.